my name is Jessica Jimerson, and welcome to Intermediate Tutorials for 3ds Max. In this tutorial, I'm going to teach you how to create height maps. I'm briefly going to go over how to texture them and how to animate texture for height maps. So, before I start, I'm going to show you the final version of what I'm teaching you. As you can see here, I have a simple height map and an animated texture. As I drag them on, you can see the snow falls and covers the ground. So it creates a nice snowfall effect. Okay, so let's get started. First off, let's have a fresh page here. And to make the height map, we use planes. So we just need to drag out a new plane for whatever size suits your needs. But it's important that you give your plane a lot of geometry, at least a moderate amount. You see, for this I have 25 by 18 segments, polygons, because if you only have a few polygons, the height map is not going to work correctly. It doesn't have to be a high poly plane, but you're going to need some polygons to get any type of detail. Okay, so the first thing that we need to do is we need to create a height map to give this plane height. I usually do that by hopping in Photoshop because it's the easiest way that I know of. I have Photoshop CS5 here, and I just go ahead and hit new. And for this, you only need to work from two colors on a white canvas. You need to get the brush tool and make sure you have a soft brush selected, and from there you just basically paint what you want. And the darker areas that you draw will be the lower areas on your height map, and the lighter areas on your height map will be the higher sections of your height map. So notice how I have the opacity on 57. Depending on what you want to see in your height map, you can lower or raise that, or use whatever texturing method you want to create your nice height map. But just keep in mind the dark is for low, the light is for high. I already have a height map created, so I'm going to hop back over into 3D Max. So I'm going to go into the modifier, and I'm going to go to the modifier list and select Displace. In the image bitmap section, I'm going to hit none and apply my pre-made height map. From here, all I have to do is edit the parameters and the displacement. All I really need to work on, though, is the strength. See, as I raise the strength, the height map appears. You can make it as low or as high as you want. It's a pretty cool effect without a whole lot of effort. You get a pretty cool effect. Nice mountains. You can use this for backgrounds in video games. You can use it for a lot of things, depending on what you want, obviously. So you're probably wondering how you can texture your height map now that you have one. Well, that's something that's easier than a lot of people think. What I generally do is go back to Photoshop and I create a new layer over the existing height map drawing that I did, the black and white image, and I just go ahead and color over it. Keep in mind the light areas are the high areas and the dark areas are the lower areas. And then I just erase the background image and save it out. Then I can go back into 3D Max and hit M for material and apply the texture, like so. And you see it fits pretty well when you use that method. The lower areas for the grass and the snowy areas of the peaks, which shows up really nice. Of course, this isn't a very detailed drawing, it's just for this tutorial use pretty much. As far as animating texture is concerned, what you really need to do is you need to go into the map properties. So because I already have one set up on this image, I'll just apply this texture to the plane. It's the same texture. You see I have the map properties open, I have diffuse color selected, and I have fall off in the none here. And for the first fall off, I have a height map image, which is this one that you see here, and a second one, which I can open up here so you can see. You can see from this thumbnail it's covered in snow, so I went in and created a second duplicate of the original height map texture, and I just drew over the altered snow, and from there I can just put both maps in the fall off parameters and then scroll down to the max curve, and I edit the max curve, and as you see it changes the well, it fades in between the two textures. That's the easiest way to put it. And if you alter that correctly on the timeline, you can go from having no snow at all to lots of snow, basically. And you just have to set that on the keyframes. And that's basically how you create a height map, and it's how you create animating texture. Okay, thank you for watching.